Hi there, Karen Creighton here. I just thought I would share with you a little bit about why Fast Track to Health. So, Fast Track to Health came about after a very long journey with myself and clients struggling with weight gain and not understanding why we put on weight in the first place. And it was such a frustrating journey for me that I really wanted to be able to share this so that people don't have to go through what I went through. So my journey started when I was about 13, 14 with weight gain. And I mean, I wasn't fat, but I gained weight. And then that started a seesaw dieting thing that just basically got so frustrating. I got my weight sort of under control in my 30s. And then when menopause hit, I never thought I was going to struggle with menopause. After all, I'm a natural health practitioner and I shouldn't have to go through it, but I did. It was a major time of stress for me, and my weight just went up. I gained 23 kilos and I couldn't understand it. I was exercising every day. I was eating less and less, and still my weight was going up. And so that sent me on a journey of research and looking into the why. So I started putting together a program of things that I knew about. So I studied allergies and things in the early 90s, and I specialized in allergy testing and had a list of foods. And in about 2007, I'd created a program called Detox Your Allergies. And the foods on that list are the ones that are on the Fast Track to Health list because they're low inflammatory. So it's taking a level of stress off the body. And what I learned over this whole period of time is the reason why we go into stress mode in the first place. And that is because we have a gland called the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is the master gland of the body. And when we go into a period of long-term stress, it takes messages from a feedback loop called the HPA axis, which is adrenal, pituitary, hypothalamus axis. And that in turn will go into overdrive. And then what happens is the hypothalamus thinks we are in stress, long-term stress mode. Even if we're not particularly stressed, our body is stressed. And so what happens is the body perceives that we're in stress mode. And because of our ancestry, when we have long-term stress, it normally meant that we were going into famine. When we go into famine, of course, we need the fat reserves to actually be able to survive. So it's a survival mechanism. And so this is what happens. We have a stress that keeps us stressed for a period of time, and we might not have the resources within our body to actually take us out of that stress response. So we go into a stress response that keeps us craving. The reason is when we're in stress mode, the body will store most of the food the energy that from that food, and we will store it away as fat. Now, this is also, we start, because we're low in energy, because all the energy created from that food is going into fat, we get tireder and we gravitate towards foods that will give us a short, sharp burst of energy: sugar, carbohydrates, and or alcohol. And so it's a double-edged sword. We keep on doing that. And then we can't lose weight. Now, you can go on a program such as keto, or you can go on paleo, or you can fill in the blank. You can go on any sort of program, and yes, you might lose weight in the short term, but you come to a stop. And the reason is because you haven't addressed the root cause, which is balancing the hypothalamus. And this is where Fast Track comes in. Fast Track, in the elimination phase, which is the main sort of elimination of fat, elimination of stress mode, which is step 2, this is where the body starts its rebalancing progress. And so if we can rebalance, now the reason it's a 40-day process is it takes that amount of time for our bodies to get into a habitual way of not being stressed. And so then when we go into step 3, which is the discovery phase, you then can really learn what foods are your ideal food type and which ones aren't. And that's why it's so exciting. You can really discover so much about yourself. So I wanted to keep this brief. I didn't want to go into too much detail. So if you found this interesting, or if you would like to know more information, please go to the website. If you're on the website already, thank you and welcome, and keep asking questions. If there's anything I can help you with, I will if I possibly can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.